Hello everyone, I hope everybody's doing well today. For today's speech, it's going to be about the organ donation in general, but mainly about the procedure after death. It will be important to know how important this attitude is, and also that the best time to do it is after the death of someone. So from this speech, my goal is to be as much informative as I can, showing topics on how it can be beneficial for someone. And why everyone must be encouraged and how people can decide it. So at first, I'd like to talk about the benefits of this action and try to show you guys why I chose this topic to be covered at this speech. Since the person is already dead, nothing is going to change for him or her. It will only make the difference in the life of the person who received the donation, who will have the opportunity to have a new organ and a good functioning now. One donor alone can save or drastically improve the lives of 8 or more people, and donation don't always have to occur post-mortem. So in some cases, we can see the example of the kidney and liver transplantation. It can save the life of both the recipient and the next person on the waiting list. In most cases, a person will die if they do not have an organ transplant. On average, 20 people die each day waiting for an organ, according to the website unos.org. So in other cases, an organ transplant improves a person's quality of life, such as by removing the need for dialysis or restoring sight with a cornea transplant, for example. And because people who need organs typically have very serious illnesses, and they may be very sick before the transplant. We can see some more benefits, such as, for example, like I said, the quality of life, and the transplants can greatly improve recipients' health and quality of life, allowing them to return to normal activities. They can spend then more time with family and friends and be more physically active and pursue their interests more fully. Other example is increased lifespan. For example, a kidney transplant dramatically increases the lifespan of a patient by about 10 years or more and improves their quality of life. So the dialysis, while clearly a life-saving treatment, and it is less than perfect replacement for an actual human kidney, for example. Other example is shorter waiting time due to the lack of organs available for transplant. Patients on the national transplant list often face long wait times, sometimes several years, before they are able to receive a transplant from a deceased donor. Patients who find a suitable living donor do not have to wait on the list, and the person who's donating the organ is automatically saving another person's life, giving hope to the family who is suffering from the situation. And imagine how many people would be thankful for the opportunity to receive a new organ, to receive a new life, and take out the depressive feeling of the familiars, because with the new organ they will all be able to dream and have a hope that everything will be fine soon. So to follow this idea, the idea of this speech, it is time to see how the process works and how easy it is to become an organ donor. To donate your organs after death, you can either register with your state's donor registry, visit organdonor.gov, or fill out an organ donor card when you get or renew your driver's license. As we can see on Leahy Hospital and Medical Center website, we can check everything there. Also, if you are in an accident and are declared legally dead, a member of the organ procurement organization, the OPO, must obtain consent from your family to donate your organs. After the donation, the OPO transport them to the transplant centers of the intended recipients due to the moral implications of the donation. This process is carefully monitored by the Unit Network for Organ Sharing, the UNOS, and they have ruled that to protect the donor. So the process will begin when a doctor puts a person on the organ transplant list, and this requires a doctor to examine the person, diagnose a serious medical condition, and conclude that they are suitable candidate for an organ transplant. The organ transplantation is a complex process that requires a close match between the recipient and donor. The donor recipient must have the compatible blood and compatible blood types, for example, and depending on the organ involved, other factors may also be relevant. For example, we can mention the kidney donors, and their recipient must have the compatible antibodies and similar body sizes. The organ procurement and transplantation network oversee the transplant waiting list. Somebody's position on the list depends on many factors, including the severity of their illness. And on some person reaches the top of the waiting list, and they will receive a transplant when the next matched donor becomes available. And when an organ is available, the person seeking a transplant must respond quickly to the call from the doctor. Surgery may occur within just a few hours of this call, as organs cannot survive for long outside of the body. After the transplant, the organ recipient will need to stay in the hospital for a few days as doctors monitor their condition. The length of their hospital stay will depend on various factors, including how well the surgery went and the organ recipient's overall health. So we can see that the whole process, since the registration until the recipient get the organ, is very organized. So as a conclusion, after all I said about the organ donation after death, I hope I could give you guys the best information about it, and I also hope I could encourage everyone to have this action, since it is simple, painless, and also a big attitude. It will save many lives, many families' hope as well, and we all need to be united, because together we can save other people's lives. Thank you.